Hello everybody and welcome to Oregairu Season 3 Episode 10 Anime Review. Oh boy, you can feel it, can't you? We're getting a lot closer. We're getting a lot closer indeed to the finale. This episode, I think, towards the end of it, Haruno especially, kicked off a chain reaction. Well, no, maybe not Haruno. Maybe it was the girls themselves. But you get what I'm saying. The gist is, the end is in sight. And boy, please end well. Is all I'm going to say. This episode gave me a little bit of hope. You know, a little bit of hope, but come on, let's beg. Also gonna, before we start proper, just gonna say there's some construction going on. Neighbours doing some stuff in the garden or whatever. So if there's noise, I can't do anything about it. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode, see how everything went down, and do this thing. We begin the episode with before the prom, technically. It's all been set up and everything. Everybody's getting their jobs. Iroha is like, I've got some minions to do my bidding. And it's like, you're very funny, Iroha, you're great. Also, didn't notice this at all. So I'm going to have to find a video or whatever. So the opening has definitely been changing. Like the last bit with Yukino looking out the window. Because this episode she turned around to face the camera, which I don't think happened in previous ones. And also looking at it again, the sky is clear now. I don't know how often that's been like that or how often it's been changing, but it's definitely been changing, and that's a thing I didn't notice until now. So if people know how often it's been changing, let me know. That would help me out a lot, basically. Test. You know, testing the mics or whatever. Very important stuff. Yukino gives Hikigaya a headset like back in the day. I think that was at the what's it? The school festival, maybe? I can't actually remember off the top of my head. I think that's when it was, and Yukino looked all upset because she's like, oh yeah, we can't go back to like that. We've got to do this differently. She's like, give it to Iroha instead. Even though he's got his own one anyway, it doesn't matter. He, makes the mic stand the right size, and she doesn't like that because he's micromanaging. And, he's doing everything for her, and she wants to do something herself. And I'm like, Yukino, it's just a mic stand, bro. Let him help, I get the whole point, but it's like, I guess it is just the little things. It's like, hey, this is little thing, but he helps on everything. I guess that's kind of what they're going for. She also says something along the lines of, hey, I know you'll always save people if they depend on you, so it's good. And she's got this, forlorn... Is it forlorn? We'll go with a forlorn look on her face, and it's like, Yukino, come on. You're lying to yourself. You're all lying to yourselves at this point. Come on. Stop it. He returns to the booth to go and talk to Iroha for a bit. They do their bit, their hey, are you hitting on me bit. Gets less and less of a rejection every time, I swear. Basically asking about the service club and all that, which is going to be disbanded, I guess, which is a bit sucky, but hey, what can you do? Then she's really trying to she's like, hey, all of you should join the council and it'll be fun. We'll have all these adventures. It'll be great and everything. And then she's all flirty as she is. She gets right up in his face and it's like she's going to pounce right now. She didn't pounce though. And then he deduces from all of this, he's like, you know what? You're a good person. And she's like, I know, right? And it's pretty funny. Like Iroha a lot. And he's all like, I will have an open mind to your proposition. And she's like, that's just a polite way of saying no. And it's like, yeah, basically. But yeah, not Yukino, Hikigaya has changed as well. Because he's like, I've noticed it last week with Miura as well. No way, original Hikigaya would ever say they're good people. He'd be like, die, normie, die. But now he's like, you know what? You alright. Despite being a normie, you are okay. You're a decent human being. So yeah, he's developed. Iroha is great. I like Iroha a lot, so can't complain about Iroha being great. Prom starts and there's a lot of dancing going on as there often is at a prom. I wouldn't know. I didn't go to mine, so I from what I heard, wasn't very good. Just from my friends who did go, and they were like, you made the right call. And I was like, I know I made the right call. I'm going to watch some goddamn anime instead of going to the prom. I'm alone. No, it was fine. Hikigaya and Yui, they're on break, and then they do some... Well, no, they don't do dancing yet, but they do dancing. Minor spoiler, I guess. Still on about wishes and everything, and then she's like, let's have a dance as one of her wishes. And then she's like, just kidding. And he's like, fine, I guess I'll do it. He's a lot more pleasant than I was right there. So then they have a dance and everything, great stuff. And she says, hey, next wish will be the last. And it's like, oh, it's going to happen. Next wish is going to be, hey, idiot, go after Yukino. And then she's going to cry. She's going to cry a lot. That's how I see it going. Could be wrong, but that seems like an obvious way for it to go. Iroha, after this all, Iroha goes to prepare for her speech or whatever. He and Yukino banter over the headset as they often do, and she says, make sure you grant that wish, which I assume to mean Yui's wish. So basically, Yui's wish is going to be go after Yukino, and Yukino has said, make sure you grant that wish. So now he's got to go after her. Is the sort of way I see it going, in a weird, twisted sort of way. Because I'm sure Yukino is going to think that Yui's going to ask, hey, Yui's going to ask him out herself. But no, she's going to be all like, no, you like Yukino, right? Go after her. And it's all over the place. And Yui's going to end up with nothing. I hope. Just give Yui something, man. Come on. Give a Totsuka. Or anyone. Come on. It's the after party, which is always good. Everybody having some drinks of non-alcoholic kind. And Hiratsuka's there, probably having some alcoholic kind. She saw the two of them dancing and everything and is all like, haha, I see you. And then the other Yukinoshittas come in, Haruno and Mama. I don't know her name. They come in and Yukino gets the praise, and then Haruno proper dobs her in it. Like, proper dobs her in it. She's like, oh, by the way, you should tell her about that thing you were going to do. And it's all like, Haruno, there's a time and a place. Basically, Haruno dobs her in about the career plans type thing. But Yukino, she explains what she wants precisely and clearly, and I think she did a good job. Yukino Mama says, hey, if you're serious, I'll support you, which at the time seemed like a good answer. But there's always that niggling in the back of your head that's like, she's got that look on her face. Why she got that look on her face? It's kind of weird. It was very weird. Does she approve or not? I have no idea. The Yukinoshittas are a very confusing and difficult family, it turns out. After all that, Haruno stays behind to say basically, hey, there's no way they're going to approve your thing, Yukino, and everything. And then she's being all difficult. She's like, well, I've been working this spot for 20 years. Maybe I don't want to give up my spot. And it's like, this whole thing is predicated on the fact that you don't want to do it. What the hell are you talking about all of a sudden, Haruno? You've been a pain in the ass. And then she's all like, appease me. And I'm like, Haruno, are you the villain? Don't be a villain. You're being a prick for no reason. Don't be doing that. So then she goes and everything. It's like, well, I guess we'll deal with that at some point. Yui says, hey, our time together was bizarre, but it was fun and happy and great stuff. And then they're all like, we're going to end this right now. I'm like, we're ending this now? And originally I thought, oh, they're just going to officially end the service club. Boy, how naive I was. They both turned to Hikigaya, not glaring, but like looking at him like, we're doing this now. And Hikigaya really doesn't want to agree with them. You can see he wants to say, no, I want this to keep going on. And instead of, ending it, you can tell. You can tell by the look on his face and the shaking of his fist. And then Iroha shows up, saved by the bell, except the bell is Iroha in this situation. And he couldn't have got out of the room quicker. He basically ran out of the room. Which, honestly, Iroha was so well timed, I'm half convinced she was waiting outside to bail him out. But no, probably not. It's probably just a coinky-dink. He runs off, basically. Almost literally runs off. He couldn't have escaped fast enough, as I said. Yukino chased him to say thank you and sorry, as she does and everything. She's got her hand. She's going to work to be better on her own. She's gripping his sleeve, not going to let him go. And then he just individually pries her fingers loose. And it's like, well, see ya, I got to go. And it's like, no, Hikigaya, what are you doing? That was the wrong thing to do. You silly idiot. No, I get it, but it's like, damn it, Hikigaya. Damn it, man. You were so close. You were so close. I mean, I get it from his perspective. I just don't necessarily agree with it. And then he runs off to meet his best friend, everyone's best friend. He goes to see Haruno, who basically explains everything that's going on. She just wants to see an ending and basically something that's going to satisfy her. She's like, no one will be satisfied with how this is going. And I was going a bit that way. I was like, this doesn't seem like that good an ending. But hey, Haruno's kick-started them into action, basically. she tells him basically, yeah, you're avoiding the topic, and he's like, no, I don't want to think about it. Of course I've noticed. I'm not a dense anime protagonist. I know this stuff, but I just don't want to think because I like what we got now. Oh, it's good. It's so good. And he's like, basically, settle this properly. And then what's she say? I wonder if anything genuine really exists. And it's like, Hikigai, you got to prove it. You got to prove that something like that exists. My guess is they're gonna, no matter what happens, they're gonna all stay friends and everything, and they're gonna, you know, stay together regardless, the three of them, because that's genuine, despite how everything goes out. Which how I think everything going out is Yui getting shafted while Yukino and Hikigai get together is what I think. But I think the genuine thing is going to be they're all still friends regardless. Maybe that's just me. Could be completely off, but what do I know? Hiratsuka shows up and basically kidnaps Hikigai. She says she's taking him home, but she doesn't take him home. She takes him to the batting cages where she's good at doing the batting. And then after that, he tells her about everything Haruno said, and she says basically, hey, the three of you, that's not just codependence. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. And then she was gonna say, she says like, what do you think it really is? And before he gets to say what he thinks it really is, he gets cut off by the credits. And I'm like, oh, not the credits, but the title. And it's like, no, I need to know what he was going to say. You can't do that to me. My guess is it's going to be like sort of a throwback to what he said earlier to Haruno, where he's like, it's some kind of love triangle thing. He's gonna say it properly this time with conviction, because that's exactly what it is. Oh, and that was the end of the episode. This was a good episode. Properly kicking things into gear, I think. It's gonna be poor. It's gonna be mental. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. I've pretty much accepted that Hikigai is probably picking Yukino. I mean, that's the way everything seems to be going. Just don't have Yui lose too much, you know? Come on. The whole season is basically setting them two up, but don't leave Yui out in the dark, you know, is essentially what I'm saying here. But anyway, what was my favourite part of the episode? My favourite part of the episode is Hikigai proving he is not a dumb anime main character. It is, in fact, he is a smart anime main character, with him just realising, hey, I know what's going on here, but they're just deliberately ignoring it to keep things as they are. And that's, you know, I liked that admittance. I can't remember if I said this last week. There's no video here because of copyright claims. Blame YouTube. Blame Japan, actually. Not the whole country, but you get it. But no, it was a very good, I like that whole, I like it when anime characters aren't stupid. You know what I mean? When it's like, oh, I can't understand why she's so nice to me. And it's like, because she likes you, idiot. And it's like, yeah, I like that they're not idiots about this. Like, they've all noticed, but really, but none of them have wanted to end what they have. So none of them have took that leap, despite all of them being aware of it. And now they're going to take that leap, and they're going to get hurt, some of them. Yui especially. Let's just make that very clear. Yui's going to get very hurt. But everything will hopefully work out in the end. That's the hope. That's the hope we all have. Anyway, solid episode, as I said. We've only got 2 more weeks. Oh, you know, it's getting there. It's getting there. Very good. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.